go to Vegas to Homestead, two totally different tracks, but both intermediates. How do you prepare for both?
I think you just work on, with this car, it's kind of the same principles. We'll hopefully work on the two tracks. There's some different, settings in the shocks and springs that you're going to run different between those two. But honestly, with Vegas and Homestead, some of that's going to be similar too. With the roughness at Vegas and the low grip at Homestead, you're going to have some of the same ideas kind of baked in there. So I think some will transfer. Just happy to be on some normal tracks and, get to Vegas next week, see what we got mile and a half wise. But I think some stuff will transfer more than what you think.
How did the option tire react today?
Felt good. I mean, it felt like a lot of grip, just firing off and making the first 3 laps. I don't even know if I can think of another place that, compared to my career, that felt, that good on tires. So that was cool, but it definitely fell off as the run went. Not as much as what maybe I thought, but it fell off for sure.
So what do you think the expectations are for tomorrow with the different tires? How will you use them with your strategy?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of ways people will see running that. Be interesting to see if they get baked into the same times. We have our plan and when we're going to put them on, and be interesting to see, like I said, if everybody else is kind of thinking that same thing. So, we ran 40 laps there in practice and felt like it hung on okay. We didn't have any issues with the tires, so I think that's some optimism for tomorrow that you can probably do more with them than what you think if you can make it that long.
So you thought that you already knew your plan for tomorrow before today, as far as like when you were going to put those tires on?
We had a general idea, when it would probably work out best, depending, just looking in the past with this tire and how long it's made it at Richmond and some other places. So, I think we kind of base it off that and think it's going to last a similar length here and kind of build around that.
So at Richmond, pretty much everybody saved him for the final stage.
Yeah.
So is that pretty...
Well, I can't tell you my plan. I mean, I think you'll see guys holding them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with this week, we saw a penalty to the 2, and it was not a one-race suspension. You saw that 2022 and 2023 guys got suspended, didn't have the 77 last year. NASCAR talked about it being on a case-by-case basis. As a competitor, are you comfortable with that, or should right hook be a particular penalty because of what right hook could be?
I think it is somewhat case by case. I think we all know that, if we go to Vegas next week and someone does it, it's not okay. I think it's pretty well established where, it's going to be an issue and what's going to be an issue with it. I think what NASCAR was saying at COTA, and I agree with them, it was no different than spinning a guy out on a short track, right? I mean, they were probably going, 70 miles an hour when he got spun out. So, I mean, I get it. It's a bit egregious, but, at the end of the day, he wasn't put in harm's way.
As an organization, Legacy Motor Club spent all of last year, building your guys' notebook. When I talked to you in the fall, you said that you were just looking forward to being able to have that notebook this weekend. How do you feel that's applied already, just from practice?
Good so far. We're, looking good here in qualifying. Hopefully it hangs on good there in the top 10. But balance-wise, the car felt really good firing off, so that's a positive. But nice to go to some of these tracks and just having an idea what we're going to look for on balance, look for on the tire going into it on the simulator. Obviously this week was a bit unique with an option tire, but still knew what we were looking for on the prime tire. So yeah, it's nice. Hopefully just keep building it up, getting it better. It's a work in progress, but having more and more information doesn't hurt.